Off the top of the show, we showed you the thousands of people who are being processed right now as we speak at the border at Eagle Pass. And as a San Antonian, a lot of us are wondering, will we see that number of people coming through our city? Joining us today on our KSAT Q&A, Mayor Ron Nirenberg. Mayor, thank you for your time. You see the numbers that are down there and the influx that we're seeing. Is the city preparing in any way at the Migrant Resource Center or in other ways to accommodate the influx of migrants that we're seeing?
Well, let me start by saying first, Steve, great to be with you. But first, San Antonio, here at the local level, we have no control over who crosses the border. And we don't have control over who comes to San Antonio. This is controlled by federal law. And currently our state of federal law is about 40 years behind the times. And so we've been dealing with this crisis and the impacts of it here in San Antonio as best we can by trying to maintain order, protect public safety, and also treat people with dignity. I will tell you, our migrant operations, our Migrant Resource Center that has been doing those things is at capacity. And I've been making that very clear to our federal officials, to our congressional delegation, to the White House. And so what's happening there at the border is a concern because our resources are stretched thin. And the migrant operation, I should be clear, is federally reimbursed. And at the beginning of the year, we don't have guarantees of whether or not that funding is going to continue to come down our way into local communities all across the country without congressional support and federal action. So it is a big concern, and we are watching it very closely.
So with you saying that the Migrant Resource Center here is at capacity, that's not the first time that we have heard that, nor is it just communities like ours in Texas near the border that are experiencing that. There are cities across the country that are dealing with that. Right. Everyone looking to the federal government to do something about immigration. But the question is the here and now. What do we do as potentially thousands of people could be headed to San Antonio? So with that center at capacity, what else can be done to accommodate a large number of people?
So and let me also be clear, our portion of this operation has been relatively the same since this all began, and that is San Antonio is a travel depot. Our responsibility is to make sure that, again, protecting public safety, maintaining order, and treating people with dignity, that folks who have asylum hearings are aided in their travel to get to other places. San Antonio does not have shelter capacity, and we haven't run a shelter in the entirety of this migration issue. And so that's the same as it has been from the start. If folks come through, we need to move them out to the places that they're going to, because again, they have destinations that are not San Antonio. We depend on the federal government for the funds to sustain that operation. We don't really have any guarantees as of the beginning of the year. So believe me, I've been working the phones to our congressional delegation, to our federal officials, Homeland Security, and to the White House that we really need some help here, especially as we see what's happening on the border. Cities all across the country are dealing with this issue. Many of those cities are destinations. We are a travel way. And we've had almost 600,000 migrants pass through San Antonio since January 2021. We've been able to maintain order, protect public safety, and treat people with dignity because we've had that Migrant Resource Center doing that operation. But we need some support, and we need federal action. And this, again, is all, by the way, impacts as a result of the lack of immigration reform for the last 40 years. I should also add that the migration issue at the southern border is not unique. This is happening all across the world. And so, again, our charge here locally is to make sure that we're protecting public safety and maintaining order. We're going to stay focused on that.
You know, Mayor, we've seen some evolution, I guess you would say, in how the city has handled. Yes, we are a travel hub. This is where a lot of these migrants are bused from the border to San Antonio. Then they get on another bus or a train, or most of them fly. We have seen, you know, the migrant center was first downtown. Now it's moved to San Pedro. There's also another facility that's been opened out at the airport to accommodate the number of migrants that are going to be flying out of San Antonio. Do you see another evolution of, I mean, are we going to have more people out at the airport? Are we going to have another facility? I mean, are all hands on deck now?
I mean, they've been on all hands on deck for the last 2 years, Steve. And the reason why we have that airport transport center is there's only one way to get a plane in San Antonio, and that is at the airport. So if anything slows down, we don't want to have people congregating, sleeping in the terminals, et cetera, in this situation. So we have that transport center, transfer center. So for folks who are waiting for their airplanes and have their tickets in hand, we have a place for them to wait while their aircraft is en route and they're waiting for their flight. So the answer to your question is we've been at capacity. We've been all hands on deck for the last 2 years. I think we've done things quite well in terms of maintaining order and protecting public safety. But every city has its limits, and we do too. We're doing the best we can, but we require federal cooperation from Congress as well as the administration and the departments. And I should add, again, we've had responsiveness and cooperation from Homeland Security, from the White House. This all stems from the fact for the last, again, we're here in 2023. It's been decades since there's been meaningful immigration reform, and so many things have changed. The numbers continue to increase, and we're watching this very closely because our obligation, again, is to keep this orderly and to keep the public safe.
I do want to ask you about a law here at the state level here in Texas. Governor Abbott signed SB 4 into law yesterday. That's supposed to take effect in March, which would allow state and local law enforcement to arrest people suspected of crossing into the U.S. illegally. Have you had any conversations with the San Antonio police chief about whether there are plans to enforce that through his department here in San Antonio?
Well, we've had some conversations with the legal team about this issue, and here's the reality. Our SAPD, our law enforcement community at the local level, basically everywhere in Texas, law enforcement at the local level is already pretty well taxed with the issues that we have to deal with locally. Federal government priorities, federal government responsibilities like immigration shouldn't fall on local authorities to deal with. We don't have those kinds of resources. So this SB 4, similar to an SB 4 that was passed 5 or 6 years ago, is the state politicizing this issue and bringing it into a political realm so they can have a conversation and campaign on this issue. It doesn't solve the problem, which is that we have people crossing the border under a set of statute and federal law that hasn't changed in over 40 years. So that's the real issue. SB 4 can be, at the end of the day, a hindrance. I'd call it right now more of a political stunt, but we've got to see how this impacts local law enforcement, because that's the bottom line, is we can't do these sorts of things and compromise our own ability to protect our public here at the local level.
Mayor Ron Nirenberg, thank you for your time. I think it's probably going to be the last time we're together before the holidays, so I just wanted to wish you and your family the very best.
Happy holidays, you all. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you in 24 and look forward to a great year.
Us as well.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.